Hello guys. So I had an idea a couple days ago to start a trading series. Now I've been trading for about 7 days. I used to trade last year a little bit, but I was really bad. Okay, I was really bad at trading. So I got sharked a few times, couldn't really make profit because I made bad trades, and I eventually got scammed out of my 70 key unusual. So throughout the series I'd like to show my process, my thinking process, little tips and tricks of what to do and what not to do, and just hope to learn as much along the way as you guys do. So about a week ago, I started trading with 27 keys. Now you don't need that many keys. I suggest that if you know what you're doing, if you know the market well, then you could start from 8 or 9 keys. But if you're new to trading, then I suggest you start out with at least 15 to 20 keys. I started with 27 just to make it easier to kick off of. And the reason being for that is low tier unusuals that cost around 9 to 10 keys. If you only have that many keys and you dump them all into that unusual, you're doing a big gamble right there. And if you don't have any backup keys for ads, for upgrades or anything, then you're taking a pretty big risk, and you might be sitting on that unusual for weeks to a month to sell it. So yeah, I suggest you start out with more so you can buy an unusual, quick buy one preferably for cheap, and then have some extra keys saved up for either another quick buy or upgrades or just ads. Now, the basics of trading can be broken down into two things, and that is buying low and selling high. But that is pretty vague and nondescript, so I'd like to piece that apart a little bit. So by buying low, traders generally mean buying an unusual for its quick sale price. Now, a quick sale price is generally 20% off or more from the backpack.tf price. And some people think it's 30% or more, but I generally consider it as 20%, and that's been fine for me. So, for example, let's say I buy a Miami Knights Air Dog. So right now on backpack.tf it's listed as 26.5 keys. And the highest buyer, the quick buyer, is a person buying it for 16 keys. Now that's someone trying to quick buy it. So let's say you buy it low, buy it at a quick sale price for 17 keys. Now that is 35% off, so it's a pretty good deal, especially since it's only 1 key above the quick buyers on Backpack. That gives you plenty of room to make profit, especially at 10 keys off. So by selling high, what you would probably try to do is sell it for full price, 26 keys or 27 keys, however you want. But of course, that may not be possible, since there's usually always other sellers, unless your unusual is pretty rare. So in this case, there are sellers at 21 keys and higher. So if you bought it for 17 keys and there's a seller at 21 keys, you'd probably want to beat him. You'd probably want to undercut him so you could sell yours first. Because if you list yours at 27 keys and there's 4 people selling lower than you, then people probably won't try to buy your hat. So let's say you try to sell yours at 19 keys, which is 2 keys lower than him. And if you sell that for pure price, for pure keys, then you can make 2 keys profit right there. So that's generally the idea of buying high and selling low, buying low and selling high, I'm sorry, with a few inconveniences mixed in. Alright guys, so I'm sure you've been wondering how much I've traded up to in 7 days. So like I said earlier, I started out with 27 keys, and this is what my backpack looks like right now. So I have a Scorching Flames Bloke's Bucket hat, 7 keys pure, and a festive crossbow worth about a key. Also have a couple ref, but the main focus is the Scorching Flames Bloke's Bucket hat. On backpack.tf, it's worth 41 keys. I am currently the only seller on the market, so that gives me a better chance of selling it for good profit. In the past 7 days, I've been quick buying unusuals for around 25 to 35% off, and then selling them for a couple keys profit or 1 key profit just for a quick sale. Then I quick bought unusuals with a high tier effect, so a low tier hat with a high tier effect. And low tier hats are generally hats below 50 keys. So since I'm the only seller of this Scorching Flames bucket hat, the hat has a high tier effect and has good demand. And how I know it has good demand is that there's lots of quick buyers in the buy orders section of classifieds who are willing to pay a good amount in keys for this. So that's why I'm trying to sell mine for 45 keys. I'd be fine with taking less. Since I can afford taking less, I'd still make profit. So why I get a low tier hat with a high tier effect is that they sell well, and they sell for either full price or close to full price, or overpay in unusuals, and that's the best way of making profit, is downgrading your hat for nice overpay. Because hats below 15 keys are very easy to sell for pure. So that's what I've mostly been doing, is quick buying a low tier hat with a high tier effect and then selling it for some nice low tier unusuals to sell for more pure, and then rinse and repeat. So that's one way of making good chunks of profit, and I will probably be repeating this throughout the series. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to put any footage of any trades I've made in this video, but I'll try my best to do that in future videos. The reason being was I simply thought of the idea too late to catch any trades, but I will do so in the next videos, don't worry. I would like some feedback on this video since it's the first one in the series. So if there are any ideas that you might have, please put them in the comments. I'd also like to get an idea of what the goal for this series should be. Should I try to trade up to a dream loadout? Should I trade up to a golden frying pan? Or maybe I should just see how much keys I can get. But yeah, I'd really like to know, so if you have any feedback, then please tell me. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Apak, and I'll see you all in the next episode.